So, we're off to the Queen's back garden in Windsor Castle to celebrate Her Majesty's 90th birthday.
It's going to be the quintessential British occasion. You know, low-key, reserved, nothing too grand.
Quite right. What's the plan?
Well, we've got the King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery pulling guns that weigh over a ton.
Right.
Then there's the Fijian warrior dancers, the Azerbaijani acrobats on horseback, and the 120 Omani bagpipers.
Is that it?
Yeah. Apart from 900 horses, 24 Shetland ponies, and a regimental goat.
A regimental goat?
A regimental goat.
So let's just recap then. It's the quintessential low-key reserve British party with horses pulling 1-ton guns, Fijian warrior dancers, Azerbaijani acrobats on horseback, 120 Omani bagpipers, 900 horses, 24 Shetland ponies,
and a regimental goat.
Will there be cake?
Yeah, there'll be cake.
Yes! Let's go! It better be lemon drizzle. Good evening and welcome live to Windsor for a momentous occasion, Her Majesty the Queen's 90th birthday celebration.
Oh, we've got a feisty bunch. It is a lovely evening here, and it promises to be a truly unforgettable night. It's all taking place in front of an audience of 6,000 inside our Royal Arena. We've got another 5,000 people watching here on the long walk to Windsor Castle. Say hello, everybody.
Hello.
They've been out in the sunshine all day.
Thoroughly enjoying themselves, let's put it that way. Tonight, we'll tell you the story of Her Majesty's life with the help of the nation's finest talent, including Damien Lewis, Jim Carter, Martin Clunes, Alan Tishmarsh, and Dame Helen Mirren.
Plus, we have got a musical lineup fit for a queen with Gary Barlow, Beverly Knight, Alfie Bowe, Catherine Jenkins, James Blunt, Kylie Minogue, Andrea Bocelli, Jess Glynn, Imelda Staunton, and Dame Shirley Bassey will be here.
Good lineup.
Great lineup.
As if that wasn't enough, though, there are also 1,500 performers from around the world and 900 horses.
900
this
horses. We are heading over to the arena very, very soon, where preparations are well underway for Her Majesty's arrival, which will be in around 12 minutes' time. But first, let's remind ourselves why we're all here tonight, with a story that began 90 years ago.
Queen Elizabeth II was born on the 21st of April 1926 at 17 Bruton Street in Mayfair, London. The building was demolished in 1937 and is now a restaurant.
She was the first child of the Duke and Duchess of York and was christened Elizabeth Alexandra Mary in the private chapel at Buckingham Palace. At the time, she stood third in line of succession to the throne after her uncle Edward, Prince of Wales, and it was not expected her father would be king.
The princess's early years were spent at 145 Piccadilly, a large townhouse that was destroyed by bombs in World War II, and is now the site of the Intercontinental Park Lane Hotel in London.
Nicknamed Lilibet, she had trouble pronouncing her own name, the pretty princess could often be seen coming and going with her parents from their central London home. Unlike other children, though, she called her grandfather Grandpa England.
He happened to be King George V, and he lived across the park in Buckingham Palace. The king adored his little granddaughter, and he worked out that when the trees across Green Park shed their leaves, he could see her home. And after breakfast in winter, they could wave to each other.
But nobody imagined that little Princess Elizabeth would one day move into that very palace and become Queen Elizabeth II, Britain's longest reigning monarch.
Do you know, my granddad lived over the road from me too when I was growing up. What a coincidence.
But he wasn't the King of England, was he?
No, he was a postman, but he was very popular.
Was he? That's good
Yes,
to
he
know.
was.
That's good to know.
Yes.
And now, a staggering amount of work has gone into organising a national commemorative event of this size and importance. It's taken 6 weeks alone just to build the site. The patron of the event is His Royal Highness, Prince Charles.
Who?
It's Prince Charles. You know the nice man whose house we stayed at up in Scotland, remember? The nice man with the butler and all the wine?
Oh, yes,
Yes,
yes.
that's the one.
Lovely fella. Even lovelier wine.
Yes. We visited this site earlier this week to see what goes on behind the scenes and to meet some of the acts that have travelled from all over the world to perform here tonight.
The Queen's back garden in the grounds of Royal Windsor Castle has been transformed into an impressive living town and equestrian world. I know.
It's big enough for 1,500 performers from around the world and their 900 horses to call home whilst they prepare for the biggest night of the year.
This is camping on an enormous scale.
And each day starts by waking up in one of the 320 sleeping pods, each row flying the flag for their nation.
Come on, have a look.
Have a little look.
Oh yeah, look, there you've got the bed there.
And most importantly, a jar of Vegemite on the shelf.
Absolutely.
Taste of home.
Exactly.
Of course, the real stars of tonight's show are the horses. No way. He tickled its belly. There are 1,160 temporary stables altogether, stocked with 6,000 bales of hay.
All courtesy of Her Majesty. After all, the horses have travelled quite a long way.
Hey,
The Mounties.
That's
the
right.
Mounties, the world-famous Mounties.
Absolutely, that's what we like to say.
Is this your horse?
This is my horse. This is a police service horse, Chief.
And how did you get them all here?
We flew him on 2 different planes, and actually we flew 35 horses.
Did you?
Over those 2 planes.
And how did they get on with the other horses in the compound?
Well, it's actually funny, you know, when you throw all these horses in the mix from all around the world, there's a few issues that might arise here and there. You know, the first time when we rode back, we were coming down the Azerbaijan stables here, and they're all stallions. So they got a little excited seeing our black horses.
Oh,
and-
did they?
Yeah.
Well, they are very good-looking horses. The horses aren't the only ones drawing attention. There are Jersey cows from the Royal Farm, battalion wolfhounds, and who could forget the regimental goat?
The amount of work that goes into the daily prep is eye-watering, and there's no time to waste.
There is a lot of gear here, and it all looks pristine.
Yeah.
What does your day consist of? Are you up very early kind of preparing?
Normally, we have about 3 weeks to completely do all the kit for normal parades, but for Windsor we have about 24 hours to turn everything around.
They are very shiny.
Very shiny. How long do you have to shine them for?
I normally spend 2 to 3 hours doing these
Do you?
a day, yeah.
Got 2 boots, so we do 2 to 3 hours per boot normally.
Per boot.
Per boot, yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
Oh my goodness.
That's a shiny boot. With bridal kit, thousands of instruments, official uniforms and national costumes looking spick and span, there's just a few hours left to rehearse.
From Fijian warriors to the New Zealand haka, there are also 15 different regimental bands playing all the Queen's favourites.
See, it was a hit all over the world.
Let's get ready to
Yeah, that's enough of that. Yeah, I'm not sure the Queen will like that one. One of the acts tirelessly rehearsing for tonight's performance are the Chilean Huasos.
Their act features horses galloping sideways at high speeds. The galloping sideways is very impressive. Why? Why galloping sideways?
For the Chilean national sport, the rodeo. In this, the horses ought to move to the side in touch to the cow.
Ah, to move the cow. Okay, I see.
How long do you rehearse for?
4 hours per day.
4 hours a day?
Yes.
Well, good luck with the show.
Good luck.
Thank you
Look
very
forward
much.
to seeing it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So it's time for the biggest celebration the UK has ever seen, but not before being invited for a brew. None of the hard work and tireless rehearsals will go unnoticed by the Queen.
In fact, to show her gratitude, she has thrown a private tea party where she's thanking all of tonight's performers personally, including us. Let's get a cup of tea.
And some cake. And in case you're wondering, it was a lovely little bit of Victoria Sponge,
It was
wasn't it?
very nice indeed. We are now just a few minutes away from the Queen's arrival, so we're off to the arena to start tonight's main event.
And while we do that, Alan Tishmarsh will be here to talk you through the royal arrivals, and that's all happening after the break. See you in a few minutes.
Royal salute! Present us!
Welcome back to Windsor Castle for this very special evening to celebrate Her Majesty the Queen's 90th birthday. A buzz of excitement here in the home park below the castle, the private back garden, as Anton Deck said, of Her Majesty the Queen. 6,000 people here waiting expectantly, and you watching at home for this celebration to end all celebrations of our monarch's 90th birthday. Her Majesty arriving in the Scottish State Coach, built in 1830 for the Queen's great-great-grandfather, Prince Adolphus. It carried the Duke of Cambridge to attend the coronation of his brother, King William IV. Queen steps down from the coach to be greeted by two Mounties, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Welcomed by the patron of the Royal Windsor Horse Show, her son, the Prince of Wales, and the Duchess of Cornwall. Queen's been coming here every year since 1943. Sir Mike Rake there, president of the Royal Windsor Horse Show, and Simon Brooks Ward, the mastermind behind what you'll see, and a glittering royal box. Coach moves off with the escort of the Household Cavalry, made up of two most senior and oldest regiments of the army, the Life Guards and the Blues and Royals. Prince Alexandra, Prince William, Her Royal Highness Princess Donatus of Hesse, next to Prince Harry. And Prince Donatus of Hesse, the Landgrave of Hesse, next to the Duchess of Cambridge. Household Cavalry now leaving the arena. They're split into two units, the Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment and the Household Cavalry Regiment, both performing tonight. And this demonstration, this celebration tonight follows a whole day, in fact a week, of the Royal Windsor Horse Show. So this afternoon in this very arena we saw the Pony Club Mounted Games, originally masterminded by Prince Philip. Now the Queen takes her seat for her 90th birthday celebration, next to the King of Bahrain.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your hosts for this evening, Anthony McPartlin and Declan Donnelly.
Your Majesty, Your Royal Highnesses, my lords, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Queen's 90th birthday celebration. We're here tonight to honour a truly remarkable lady.
The Queen was born Princess Elizabeth to the Duke and Duchess of York in Bruton Street, just off Berkeley Square in London, on April the 21st, 1926. Her life has spanned 10 decades and historic milestones that include 1 World War, 2 coronations, man landing on the moon, the dawn of a new millennium, 2 London Olympic Games, and of course, 287 Bush Tucker trials.
Now tonight is a unique celebration that brings together the military, the Commonwealth, over 900 horses, the royal family and the best known names in show business for the biggest birthday party ever held, all in honour of Britain's longest reigning monarch, Her Majesty the Queen.
So let's get the celebration started with one of Britain's finest singer-songwriters.
Here with something about this night from his musical Finding Neverland, please welcome Gary Barlow.
Something's happening in the air, something just beyond compare. Any other night, I swear, I can feel my heart is beating much too fast. Now the time is here at last. I won't let this moment pass. All the years I have waited for this. One night is everything. I can't be certain, but something is different. I'm sure I have never felt like this before. Something about this night that I just can't express. Excitement or nervousness, this could be the one I guess. There's something about this night that I just can't ignore. All the sweat and tears and more, I made it all right fighting for. This could be the night to beat all expectations. Something about this night. Oh, something about this night. I can see them forming perfect lines. Ladies dressed up to the nines, ready to have the greatest time. I can hear them as they scream and shout. Listen as they sing it loud. To every ear the sweetest sound. All the years I have waited for this. One night is everything. I can't be certain, but something is different. I'm sure I have never felt like this before. Something about this night that I just can't express. Excitement or nervousness, this could be the one I guess. Because there's something about this night that I just can't ignore. All the sweat and tears and more, I made it all worth fighting for. If there is one chance, this could be the night to beat all expectations. Something about this night. Oh, something about this night. Oh, something about this night. Because there's something about this night.
Still to come tonight, Jim Carter, Imelda Staunton, Alfie Boe, Kylie Minogue and Dame Shirley Bassey.
And of course more from the real stars of the show, those 900 horses. See you in a few minutes.
In 1930, life changed for Princess Elizabeth and her family when she gained a little sister, Margaret Rose.
His Majesty holds up Princess Margaret Rose to wave to the crowd.
Elizabeth taught her little sister all the important stuff a young princess should know as she grows up. Like how to play football, how to curtsy, and how to keep your balance while skipping on a ship.
Educated at home with Princess Margaret, Elizabeth studied art and music, learned to ride, and became a strong swimmer. The princess's beloved collection of toy horses on wheels were her pride and joy.
She had rows of toy horses, which all had to be fed, watered, put to bed, got up in the morning and all the rest of it, you know.
When she was 6 years old, her parents took over the Royal Lodge in Windsor Great Park as their own country home. In the grounds, Princess Elizabeth was given a miniature thatched cottage by the people of Wales in 1932. The cottage came complete with electric lighting and running water, and Elizabeth and Margaret looked after it themselves.
Princess Elizabeth's quiet family life came to an end in 1936 when her grandfather, King George V, died. His eldest son came to the throne as King Edward VIII, but before the end of the year, he had decided to abdicate to marry the woman he loved, Wallis Simpson.
With her father now king, Princess Elizabeth became the first in line to the throne and a figure of even more intense public interest.
I don't think at 11 you really follow the thought processes through about, well, that means that Papa's going to be king, so that means that I'm going to be a queen, you know.
She moved into Buckingham Palace and her life would never be the same again.
Horses have always been one of Her Majesty's biggest passions, from the rocking horse in her childhood nursery to the thrill of riding throughout her life, which is why horses are such a huge part of tonight's proceedings.
To tell us more about how that love of animals influenced the early life of the Queen is accomplished stage and screen actor and star of Downton Abbey, Jim Carter.
Princess Elizabeth and her sister Margaret spent their early years in Bruton Street, Mayfair. But their hearts lay in the country with their dogs and their ponies. At Windsor Castle, they enjoyed riding around in the park you're sitting in now, caring for their ponies. And it was here that they met the redoubtable Sybil Smith. She and her father Horace became known as the preeminent equestrian instructors of the age.
Come along, girls. Out onto the right rein. Forward to trot, sitting. Oh, far too much bouncing. Sit on your seats and follow your ponies. And are you breathing? That's frightfully important, you know. Now, change the rein. Oh, do look ahead, girls. You only look down when you're falling off, and don't fall off. Well done, girls. That's much better. Now, forward to walk, and make much of your ponies.
Sybil was fierce but fair, and she would say if you keep up the good work and practice hard, you might just yet be able to produce 11 Group 1 winners, have 35 champions at the Windsor Horse Show, and still be riding when you're 90. Congratulations, Your Majesty. And now, it is time for the Shetland Pony Grand National and the Pony Club Mounted Games. The Pony Club is now the largest organisation for young riders in the world, and it was the Duke of Edinburgh who founded the Pony Club Mounted Game Championship for the Prince Philip Cup. Whilst the Shetlands run a horse race like no other, here to take the stage and perform a classic song from the 1930s, it is my pleasure to introduce someone I know quite well. Ladies and gentlemen, Imelda Staunton.
Sing, 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 sing. Everybody start to sing. La-di-da, ho-di-ho. Now you're singing with a swing. Sing, 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 sing. Everybody start to sing. La-di-da, whoa-whoa-whoa. Now you're singing with a swing. When that music goes around, everybody goes to town. But here's something you should know. Whoa, baby, whoa. Sing, 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 sing. Everybody start to sing. La-di-da, oh, now you're singing with a swing. Oh, sing, 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 sing. Everybody start to sing. La-di-da, oh, now you're singing with a swing. Oh, sing, 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 sing. Everybody start to sing. La-di-da, whoa, now you're singing with a swing. When that music comes around, but there's something you should know. Oh, sing, 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 sing. Everybody start to sing. La-di-da, whoa, now you're singing with a swing. La-di-da, whoa, now you're singing with a swing.
Thank you to the riders of the Shetland Pony Grand National, the members of the Pony Club, and the brilliant Imelda Staunton. I presume you can only be a certain height, or you have to be a certain height to ride those ponies.
I think you'd be all right.
Sorry?
I think... We move on now to another subject close to Her Majesty's heart, our magnificent armed forces. Jim Carter will now introduce a very special regiment that illustrates their bravery and dedication.
The royal family's dedication to the armed forces is long and goes very deep, and not just as bystanders. The Duke of Edinburgh saw active service during World War II. The Prince of Wales commanded a minesweeper in the Royal Navy. The present Duke of York served in the Falklands War as a Royal Navy helicopter pilot. Prince Harry has completed 2 operational tours of Afghanistan with the Army. His brother, the Duke of Cambridge, trained by the Royal Air Force, is now an emergency services helicopter pilot. It is perhaps worth recognizing that the Queen's father was the last monarch who fought in a war. 100 years ago at the Battle of Jutland, Sub-Lieutenant the Duke of York was on board HMS Collingwood. As King George VI, His Majesty granted the Royal Horse Artillery Riding Troop the distinction of carrying his title. The King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery's primary role is to fire salutes in honor of state visits, national commemorations, and of course, birthdays. Please be aware that they will be firing their 100-year-old guns tonight. Your Royal Majesty, Your Royal Highnesses, Lords, ladies and gentlemen, the King's Troop Royal Horse Artillery.
Time for a break, but we'll be right back with music from Captain Jenkins and Alfie Bohr, plus horses that gallop sideways.
And there's nothing like a Dame Helen Mirren to be precise. See you in a few minutes.
In 1940, World War II raged in Europe and was coming to Britain. The princesses were evacuated in secret to Windsor Castle. One evening, when the King and Queen were visiting their daughters, the bombers loomed overhead, and one of their staff delivered the fearful news.
Purple warning, Your Majesty, which means that they were somewhere not very far away, I think. And we were all sent down to the shelter, which was somewhere in the subterranean regions of Windsor Castle. And Queen Elizabeth was absolutely at her best and walked as slowly as she possibly could when everybody was trying to hurry them up, you know. She didn't like to be beholden to Hitler by having to run into the shelter.
In October 1940, the 14-year-old Princess Elizabeth made her first ever public speech to the evacuated children of the Commonwealth.
When peace comes, remember, it will be for us, the children of today, to make the world of tomorrow a better and happier place.
As the war continued, Princess Elizabeth was desperate to do her bit and joined the Women's Auxiliary Territorial Service at 18 years old.
And she went as a transport driver and mechanic. She claims she can still change a carburettor on a 5-tonner.
The war came to an end on the 8th of May 1945, and London was the focus of the celebrations.
Well, for all of us, it was a world that we hadn't known before. I mean, having been quite a child when the war started, and then grown up when it ended, it was sort of a moment of euphoria.
Remarkably, King George VI allowed the princesses and their friend Margaret Rhodes to mingle with the crowds below.
My sister and I realized we couldn't see what the crowds were enjoying. So we asked my parents if we could go out and see for ourselves. I remember we were terrified of being recognized. So I pulled my uniform cap well down over my eyes.
The naval captain gave word to the policeman at the gate that we were going to stand outside and yell. So we all yelled, you know, we want the king, we want the king. And then, to our wonderful surprise, the doors opened and they came out on the balcony.
We cheered the king and queen on the balcony and then walked miles through the streets. All of us just swept along on a tide of happiness and relief.
The end of the war brought a new age of hope for Britain and the future Queen.
During the dark days of the Second World War, Her Majesty's involvement with our armed forces and the country and Commonwealth came into sharp focus.
To take us from a difficult period of history through to a golden age is one of our most respected actresses. Her illustrious career spans theatre, television and the big screen. Please welcome Dame Helen Mirren.
The green and pleasant pasture of this land was transformed in 1939 as the dark clouds of war gathered. The royal family was there to lead the nation and the empire in a time of crisis, steadfastly refusing to move from danger.
My sister Margaret Rose and I feel so much for you, as we know from experience what it means to be away from those we love most of all. To you, living in new surroundings, we send a message of true sympathy.
Meanwhile, our pilots defended this island from conquest and bombed targets deep inside enemy territory. Our army attacked on a number of fronts, and our navy protected convoys and fought around the globe. It was an heroic effort, only made possible by the home front. The Luftwaffe came to the East End, followed by our King and Queen, who looked the East End in the eye. Evokes the sense of keep calm and carry on in those frightening times. A nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. So fresh from Broadway, please welcome a man who's a hit on both sides of the Atlantic, superstar tenor Alfie Boe.
That certain night, the night we met, there was magic abroad in the air. There were angels dining at the Ritz, and a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. I may be right, I may be wrong, but I'm perfectly willing to swear sang in Berkeley Square. The moon that lingered over London town, oh puzzled moon, he wore a frown. How could he know we two were so in love? The whole darn world seemed upside down. The streets of town were paved with stars. It was such a romantic affair. And as we kissed and said goodnight, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. in Berkeley Square.
After 5.5 years, the struggle of the Allies in Europe was over. And after the party to end all parties, attention turned to the Far East. In August 1945, Japan surrendered. And now the war was over. And here, to lift our spirits, is a lady who will soon be returning to the London stage. She's one of Britain's greatest soul singers. Please welcome Beverly Knight.
You clap your hands, you swing out wide. Do the Susie Q mix in a sample to put them all together, and you do it a jive. Or you stomp your feet, you swing out wide. Mess around a while, shake your boogie woogies out. Everybody swinging when you do it a jive. If you can't play a rummy or a bridge, you're a dummy. Don't let it bother you, 'cause you'll be the king when the band starts to swing. You'll be as funny and fine and hard. You do one bump, you swing out wide. Truck a little bit, beat it out, make it fit. Everybody's happy when you do it a jive. Be something, but it's not the jive. Be something, but it's not the jive. You clap your hands, you swing out wide. To the Susie Q mix in a sample to put them all together, and you do it a jive. Oh, you stomp your feet, you swing out wide. Dance around a while, shake a boogie woogie style. Everybody swinging when you do it a jive. If you can't play a rummy or a bridge, you're a dummy. Don't let it bother you, 'cause you'll be the king when the band starts to swing. You'll be as funny and fine and hard. If you do one bump, you swing out. Talk a little bit, beat it up, make it fit. Everybody's happy when you do the jive.
2 years after the war ended, a very special royal wedding brought the country out of an austere mood and into a celebratory one. Princess Elizabeth's and the Duke of Edinburgh's happiness was shared by the nation. After 70 years, 4 children, 8 grandchildren, and 5 great-grandchildren, the marriage is as strong as ever and an inspiration to us all. After only 5 years after the marriage, King George VI passed away, and the princess, who was in Kenya at the time, returned as our queen. In June 1953, a young girl of 27 years old emerged from the gates of Buckingham Palace in a gilded carriage to begin a journey that still continues. The Queen was crowned monarch of Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Union of South Africa, Pakistan, and Ceylon. The return procession to Buckingham Palace was 5 miles long and involved our armed forces and those from the Empire.
After the coronation, service to country and Commonwealth took over for Her Majesty, with official international visits and inspections playing a significant part in the Queen's life.
As part of these visits, the Queen has been able to combine her duty with pleasure by taking a keen interest in royal cavalries from across the globe. To tell us more, please welcome actor and president of the British Horse Society, Martin Clunes.
The Queen has visited 117 countries during 64 years of her reign. On these visits, the Queen will have seen countless cavalry units and taken a close interest in them all. In 1979, the royal party visited Bahrain, and in 2010, the Queen was hosted by His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said in Oman. We now welcome the magnificent Royal Cavalry of Oman. The Household Cavalry Mounted Regiment is the Queen's personal bodyguard and is present at all state occasions. Now, in a different guise, you will witness the precision and skill of the riders. They'll be accompanied by an ex-Household Cavalryman who turned musician. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the very special Household Cavalry musical ride and the exceptionally talented James Blunt.
burn bullets in the sky. Your love is like a soldier, loyal till you die. I've been looking at the stars for a long, long time. I've been putting out fires all my life. Everybody wants a flame, they don't want to get burned. Well, today is our time. Days like these lead to nights like this, lead to love like ours. You light the spark in my bonfire heart. People like us, we don't need that much, just someone that starts the spark in our bonfire hearts. This world is getting cold, strangers passing by. No one offers you a shoulder, no one looks you in the eye. I've been looking at you for a long, long time, just trying to break through, trying to make you mine. Everybody wants a flame, they don't want to get burned. Well, today is our time. Days like these lead to nights like this, lead to love like ours. You light the spark in my bonfire heart. People like us, we don't need that much, just someone that starts the spark in our bonfire hearts. Days like these lead to nights like this, lead to love like ours. You light the spark in my bonfire heart. People like us, we don't need that much, just someone that starts the spark in our bonfire hearts.
Time for another break, but there's loads more to come. Kylie Minogue, Andrea Bocelli, and a tour of the Queen's estates via the animals she loves.
Plus the reason we're all here, birthday cake. See you in a few minutes. Time now for a whistle-stop tour of the globe via some of the most talented performers and animals on the planet.
Here to explain more about Her Majesty's work overseas is award-winning actress Nina Wadia.
64 years ago, the Queen began her journey to promote harmony, trade, and international relations through a unique style of duty, commitment, and a sense of humor which puts people at ease. She has made 78 official visits abroad and hosted 109 inbound visits, including a groundbreaking trip to Ireland in 2011. Representing the international community are 4 very diverse acts and horses. The Chilean Huesos charmed us in 2012 and will do so again. Jean-François Pignon is a remarkable Gallic horse whisperer. And finally, from Azerbaijan, the land of fire, we welcome something that has never been seen before. Firstly, from Switzerland, the world's best-kept secret drummers have taken time off work to be here. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Switzerland's top secret drum corps.
de sus mujeres, la hidalguía de sus hombres, la gracia de sus mujeres. ¡Viva Chile! ¡Viva Chile! ¡A Chile quiero, chileno yo soy! Lo repito sin cesar. ¡A Chile quiero, chileno yo soy! ¡Viva Chile, viva Chile! Praderas, a Chile quiero, chileno yo soy, la cordillera y el mar, a Chile quiero, chileno yo soy, viva Chile, viva Chile, tierra generosa de casta sencilla, vivo enamorado de sus maravillas. Chile, llevo en el corazón. Así es mi Chile, señores, la tierra de mis amores. Su cordialidad se expande sobre la cima del Andes. Su cordialidad se expande sobre la cima del Andes. ¡Viva Chile! ¡Viva Chile! ¡A Chile quiero! Chileno yo soy, lo repito sin cesar. Tierra generosa de casta sencilla, vivo enamorado de sus maravillas. Chile, Chile, te llevo en el corazón. Así es mi Chile, señores, la tierra de mis amores. Señores, con permiso soy la cueca y vengo arrastrando el pocho. Y vengo arrastrando el pocho. Me anillo porque sé que me la puedo con cualquier baile extranjero. Señores, con permiso soy la cueca. Soy antigua pues llevo caramba sangre araucana. Me bailan en salones, caramba y en las chinganas. Soy altiva pues llevo caramba sangre araucana. En la chingana sí, caramba fue mi bautizo. Donde quiera me bailen, caramba crujen los pisos. Grítenlas y se alegran, que viva Chile mi tierra. Guaso chileno, noble y altivo, orgulloso de mi raza, canto por mi campo lindo. No aguanto velo en el lomo, ni que Naiden se me empine. Y por si alguien lo ha olvidado, mi nombre se llama Chile. Y por si alguien lo ha olvidado, mi nombre se llama Chile.
Time now for a unique performance. From France, we have the world's most famous horse whisperer, and from Australia, we have one of the world's most successful pop stars, with a specially arranged version of I Believe in You. Please welcome Jean-François Pignon and the fabulous Kylie Minogue.
Don't believe you know me, although you know my name. Don't believe the faults I have are only mine to blame. I don't believe that magic is only in the mind. I don't believe I love somebody just to pass the time. But I believe in you. And I smiling in every hand that's dealt. I don't believe that when you die your presence isn't felt. But I believe in you. And I believe in you. And if you ever had to go away, nothing in my world could ever be the same. Nothing lasts forever, but together till then, I'll give you everything.
Our Queen is one of the few constants in an ever-changing world.
The Queen's greatest attribute is the fact that she unifies this country. It is to the Queen that we turn in times of great celebration and also in times of great mourning.
In a way, I didn't have an apprenticeship. My father died much too young, and so it was all a very sudden kind of taking on, making the best job you can.
She obviously resolved in her own life to accept that future for herself and to give it her life. And I mean, my goodness, has she done it?
The Queen's 64 years on the throne has so far spanned 7 popes, 12 British prime ministers, and she's given out over 90,000 Christmas puddings to her staff.
Her Majesty has racked up quite a lot of air miles too. She's travelled the world on a scale unparalleled by previous monarchs and met some incredible people along the way.
Her Majesty and her husband are being warmly welcomed everywhere on their travels by the peoples of the Commonwealth.
On the 9th of September 2015, Elizabeth II became the longest reigning British monarch. Her Majesty surpassed Queen Victoria's record, and she wore her great-great-grandmother's bow brooch in tribute.
But this was a day of mixed emotions, as the Queen only reached this milestone because her father, King George VI, died so young. An important factor in the life of the Queen has been the ever-present love and support of His Royal Highness, the Duke of Edinburgh.
He's so fine.
The Queen relies enormously on him, and he's been a rock to her.
That handsome boy over there.
He's very good at making people laugh.
He's so fine. Oh, yeah.
And Her Majesty's family has grown a bit since she's been on the throne too. 4 children, 8 grandchildren, and 5 very cute great-grandchildren. Today, the Queen continues to undertake her official duties with the support of her family and the odd secret agent at 90 years old.
We now turn our attention to the Queen's work in the Commonwealth.
Here to tell us more is an actor who's achieved great things on both sides of the pond. Please welcome Damian Lewis.
One of the key pillars of this celebration is the Commonwealth. The Queen's commitment and dedication to it is immense. It is a testament to Her Majesty's constant engagement with these nations that she is loved in equal measure by those who have declared independence from the United Kingdom and those for whom the Queen is still head of state. Her Majesty has attended Commonwealth Games and addressed the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, most recently in Malta last year, where she remarked that the Canadian Prime Minister's youth made her feel so old. This depth of feeling is reciprocated by the Commonwealth. Please welcome the band of the South Australia Police, the New Zealand Army Band, the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, and the Fijian Army Band and Warriors.
Ake! Sumatoenga kotio peka tua ho'a tero wae! He toki natu, he toki narano e, ia ha ha!
The Queen's interest in the famous Mounties goes back decades. Her Majesty has received 4 horses from the Red Serge policemen and women. The latest, Sir John, was presented this year and lives just 200 yards away in the Royal Mews. Performing alongside the Mounties, please welcome from Canada, the tenors, and singing Nelle Tuimani, the one and only Andrea Bocelli.
The maple leaf forever
ora crescerà la tua passione, tra mille sfide ti guiderà, credi in te. In ogni attimo tu potrai scegliere, e non dimenticare che dipende da te. Respira libero, puro nell'anima, nelle tue mani se vorrai il tuo destino
Time for a quick break, but still to come tonight, music from Jess Glynn and Dame Shirley Bassey.
Plus, we've got pipers, drummers, caber tossing and Scottish dancing from, well, Scotland, obviously. See you in a few minutes. The Queen has been an animal lover since childhood, which is hardly surprising, considering the array of furry and feathered friends she's been surrounded by. But of course, her particular favourite was horses.
I can tell you that there was a lot of being horses, and we went round and round fields, prancing and bucking and galloping and all sorts of things.
When she came to the throne, the Queen inherited the royal estates and all their animals. Then, of course, there's all the ceremonial horses in the finest stables in Britain. Careful there, you're going to fog up the lens. Oh, it's too late.
Another royal favourite is the Sandringham Kennels and the famous Labradors.
The Queen names all the dogs in the kennels. She'd have a theme, whether it was cars, we've had Mini, Metro, Maestro.
Hey, what about TV presenters then? These new puppies could be called, I mean, I don't know, but how about Ant and Dec?
She just loves their company, loves being with them, and she can say what she likes to the dogs.
When you took the puppies' dinner the other night, what did I do? Oh, Jade.
She was just a natural with them.
Lots of people know that the Queen owns swans. But not many people know she's a pigeon fancier. And this is the Royal Loft in Sandringham.
She's really interested in walking around the loft and making sure the birds are really healthy. We have baths in the aviary so they can have a bath to relax the muscles and keep them healthy. We won the King George V Cup. It'll be their 90th birthday year this year. Hopefully I can win it again.
But of course, the one animal that everyone associates with the Queen is this one.
I love my dog as much as I love you.
For her 18th birthday, Princess Elizabeth was given a corgi named Susan, who was so well loved she even came along on the royal honeymoon. And Susan was the first in a huge doggy empire.
Well, that's Emma, Lynette's daughters, Lynette's other children.
If the Queen is at home, she feeds the corgis at 5 p.m. every day, and they know who's boss.
The dogs sit there, but they don't eat until she says, now eat, and they do it. And they're actually all fed in seniority.
That's it.
But back to horses. When the Queen's thoroughbred, Estimate, won the Ascot Gold Cup in 2013, Her Majesty couldn't very well present herself with the trophy. Fortunately, Prince Andrew was on hand to do the honours.
The Queen is a highly respected expert on thoroughbred bloodlines. In fact, Estimate is now the proud mother of a new foal. And just as she's always done, Her Majesty continues to ride whenever she can, at 90 years old.
So far this evening, we've had performances from as far afield as Fiji, Australia, New Zealand, Oman, Canada, Chile, Azerbaijan, and of course, the most exotic location of them all,
Newcastle upon Tyne.
You're welcome.
And now, to tell us more about the Queen's love of the home nations, please welcome horticulturalist, novelist and television presenter, Alan Tishmarsh.
We now take a tour of the country through the Queen's estates, palaces, racecourses and farms. With music specially composed by Debbie Wiseman, we hope you enjoy this very personal tribute from the royal household. Of course, no celebration of Her Majesty's love of animals will be complete without special mention of her lifelong passion for horse racing. Many of the greatest memories of a long and happy association with the sport of kings were captured by the voice of racing, Sir Peter O'Sullivan. Please welcome Rory Bremner.
Thank you, Alan, and you join us here for day 3 of Royal Ascot, highlight of the calendar dating back to 1711. And a splendid race in prospect featuring 4 of Her Majesty's favourite horses, each a Group 1 winner in his own right. First, the parade of carriages won by Her Majesty every year since 1953. In the first carriage, 2 of the Queen's trainers, Charlie Longston and ex-champion jockey Richard Hughes, together with horse whisperer Monty Roberts and Colonel Stuart Cowan, retiring chairman of Windsor Horse Show. And there in the paddock, 4 of Her Majesty's finest. Dunfermline, trained by Major Dick Hearn and ridden by Willie Carson, winner of both the Oaks and the St. Leger in that glorious Silver Jubilee year of 1977. Next comes Highclere, named after the home of the Queen's racing manager, the Earl of Carnarvon, ridden by Joe Mercer, winner of the 1,000 Guineas and the Prix de Diane in 1974. Alongside them, Pall Mall, owned and bred by Her Majesty, winner of the 2,000 Guineas at Newmarket in 1958. And finally, Estimate, who gave the Queen an unforgettable first ever Gold Cup triumph for a reigning monarch in 2013. Into the final furlong, and it's a thrilling finish. Estimate and Dunfermline and Pall Mall and Highclere, and they come up to the line now, and at the line it's Her Majesty the winner. With which horse it matters not, all the Queen's horses have been winners for her.
From elegant Ascot, we travel to the sumptuous tradition of Buckingham Palace. The parade begins with the band of the Irish Guards and the mounted band of the Household Cavalry. The Household Cavalry escorts the latest coach, the Diamond Jubilee State Coach, pulled by a team of 6 Windsor Greys. They're followed by the King's Troop, Royal Horse Artillery. Ascot Landau from the Royal Mews carries Chelsea pensioners and Knights of Windsor into the arena. Next are the regimental mascots, consisting of an Irish wolfhound, an otterhound, Shetland ponies, a drum horse, and even a goat. And finally, the Honourable Artillery Company's pikemen and musketeers. From Buckingham Palace to Balmoral and the Braemar Gathering, massed pipes and drums from around the world enter the arena, led by officials from the Braemar Gathering with the game's flag. The massed pipes and drums are from the Royal Air Force, South Africa's Cape Town Highlanders, the Royal Irish Regiment, the Irish Guards, the Royal Caledonian Society of South Australia, and the Royal Scots Dragoon Guards. Marching in now, the Atholl Highlanders, the private army of the Duke of Atholl. And the ponies, well, they're Her Majesty's Highland ponies, Balmoral Eileen and Balmoral Gairn. Also in the arena, the Royal Edinburgh Tattoo Dancers, and examples of traditional Highland games and sports. He eats a lot of porridge. Actually eats an awful lot of porridge.
Time for a quick break, but we'll be right back with the climax to an unbelievable night.
And we're certainly going out with a bang thanks to Jess Glynn and Dame Shirley Bassey. See you in a few minutes.
From Scotland, we head back south now to Windsor Great Park, Windsor Castle, the Royal Windsor Horse Show, the River Thames, and to Sandringham, home of Estimate, one of the Queen's most successful racing thoroughbreds, and her recently born foal. On Smith's Lawn, here at Windsor, the Guards Polo Club are stick and balling. Entering the arena, the Gondogs and Keepers from the Great Park. The Queen's a keen breeder of cattle and a preserver of rare breeds. From the Royal Farms in Windsor Home Park, the Jersey and the Red Sussex. From the frenetic, we go to the calm of the River Thames. In July every year, the Queen's Swan Upper and his merry crew embark on their skiffs. We're now back to Windsor Castle and the Horse Show. Starting the parade, the Duke of Edinburgh's Fell Pony pair. Next comes Her Majesty's Pony Phaeton. Princess Elizabeth and Princess Margaret drove this in the first Royal Windsor Horse Show back in 1943, winning the Private Driving Cup. Entering the arena, escorted by 4 Mounties, are the Canadian Chargers and Fell Ponies. In front is George, a Royal Charger, accompanied by Fell Pony Dawn Chorus. Next comes Info Elizabeth, presented in 2012 to mark the Queen's Diamond Jubilee, accompanied by Tailor Made. Our third pairing is the latest arrival to the Royal Muse, Sir John, presented to Her Majesty to mark her 90th birthday, ridden by the Earl of Wessex, alongside the Queen's riding pony Emma, ridden by Lady Louise Mountbatten Windsor. Behind them, the World European Champion eventer Toy Town, ridden by Zara Tyndall. Then come Fell Ponies Balmoral, Buckler and Lewis. Behind them, the Highlands. These 3 greys are led by Balmoral Alpine, ridden by the Princess Royal. Following are Balmoral Erica, a prolific winner in the show ring, accompanied by Gwen. Behind the greys, Balmoral Lomond and Balmoral Jubilee, ridden by 2 men who between them have 90 years service to the Queen. Next, 2 beautiful purebred Bahrani stallions, Tuaisan and Loshan, given to the Queen as a gift in 2013 from His Majesty the King of Bahrain. They're followed by a pair of ex-flat horses, now being trained for dressage, Quadrille and Princess Trust. From flat to national hunt. This trio are Barbershop, Champion Retrained Racehorse 2016, followed by Testimony and Tower Bridge. Now the in-hand horses and ponies, all future show horses. Donation, Sparkler and Yearling Lancer. Behind them, Balmoral Anson, Balmoral Fashion, Balmoral Gemini, Balmoral Angel, Balmoral Melody with her yet-to-be-named foal, and finally, Balmoral Mandarin.
Tonight we've been around the world for the Queen's 90th birthday celebration. And after 64 years on the throne, there's still so much still to come for Her Majesty, including visits to Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland, garden parties and a state opening of Parliament.
As the evening draws to a close, it's now time to bring together all of tonight's performers to celebrate this incredible occasion and to thank our amazing Tri-Service Orchestra and the Stephen Hill Singers, conducted by Colonel Nick Grace. Your Majesty, Your Royal Highnesses, my lords, ladies and gentlemen, as the cast of the Queen's 90th birthday celebration return to the arena, please welcome, singing Hold My Hand, the brilliant Jess Glynn.
Standing in a crowded room and I can't see your face. Put your arms around me, tell me everything's okay. In my mind I'm running around a cold and empty space. Just put your arms around me, tell me everything's okay. Break my bones, but you won't see me go. Oh, the rising tide
huge thank you to every single one of tonight's guests. They've travelled from across the globe to be here, and they've all played a massive part in an amazing night of entertainment.
And most of all, congratulations to you, ma'am, on a remarkable milestone. 90 magnificent years as a princess and a truly inspirational monarch. Throughout your reign, you have represented our nation with integrity and modesty, and on behalf of 12 nations, 600 members of your armed forces, 900 horses, not to mention the dogs, the cattle, and the regimental goat, and all of the 1,500 participants here tonight, we would like to wish you a very happy birthday, Your Majesty.
To close the show, a legend of show business with Diamonds Are Forever. Please welcome Dame Shirley Bassey.
Diamonds are forever. They are all I need to please me. They can stimulate and tease me. They won't leave in the night. I've no fear that they might desert me. Diamonds are forever. Hold one up and then caress it. Touch it, stroke it and undress it. I can see every part, nothing hides in the heart to hurt me. I don't need love. For what good will love do me? Diamonds never lie to me. For when love's gone, then after all, diamonds are forever. Sparkling round my little finger, unlike men, diamonds linger. Men are mere mortals who are not worth going to your grave for. I don't need love. For what good will love do me? Diamonds never lie to me. For when love's gone, they last all. Diamonds are forever, forever, forever. Diamonds are forever, 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 and Thank you.
Dame Shirley Bassey, everybody!
Oh, yes! Very, very good. And now, can we ask you all to join us in singing happy birthday to Her Majesty the Queen?
Maestro, drumroll, please.
Headdress! 3 cheers for Her Majesty the Queen! Hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip! The parade will replace headdress! Replace! Headdress!
What an amazing evening. People drawn from all walks of life. Royal family, keen riders, countrymen and women, servicemen and women, stars of stage and screen, all paying their tribute to Britain's longest serving monarch, clearly held in great affection by us all. Queen making her way down now from the royal box to greet the assembled company and to say thank you to those who've appeared on the stage and in the arena. The tenors from Canada, Duchess of Cornwall, Kylie Minogue,